2007, I always loved radio, but the radio was a pretty crowded space. But the good news was that the radio was getting a little bit boring for some people. Why? Because it was quite trivial at the time. It had seen the potential of it, even in the non-sort of entertainment forms. So I thought, hey, let's try bringing this to Malaysia.
When you switch the radio on, you know what you're listening to. When I switched the BFM on, I wasn't sure of what it was I was listening to.
Welcome back to Enterprise.
I think people were wondering what it was actually, because we played a lot with the acronyms, right? But one thing that we banked on is always the business station. But we're still doing other things like current affairs, we're doing music programs and so on. So people are going, okay, it is a business station, but it's also something else.
Hello, and with me, Kam Raslan today.
And we kind of, in a way, left that open to listeners to decide what that something else was.
Talk radio is really, really still new in Malaysia. So I was really very impressed with the fact that we essentially come from nowhere. And we've created this.
I think it's about building first world Malaysians, right? I think to me first world means actually economic progress, but not only that, it's about social progress. Also about people looking out for less fortunate people in the society. It's about us not leaving anyone behind when we develop economically, socially. So to me, that's first world.
It was a daunting thought to think that 50 to 60 people wouldn't have a job. I think Malik made it clear that July 4th onwards, if we didn't get that renewal, we would only survive 3 months, after which we would all become volunteers.
I think the Edge got banned for about 2.5, 3 months. And also it was a time when the Malaysian Insider was also banned and then later closed down for other reasons. It's a bit of an onslaught against media that's willing to be independent. Then it was our turn, our license to be renewed. It was a pause button. Right? We had to put a pause button and not seek out to do anything too controversial before our renewal period.
Well, I'm just going to pass you this letter.
Perkara urusan BFM Media Sdn Bhd, permohonan pembaruan lesen oleh BFM Media Sdn Bhd. Permohonan BFM Media Sdn Bhd untuk memperbaharui lesen telah diluluskan oleh YB Menteri Komunikasi dan Multimedia. The picture of this was sent by Mira to me, and I was just like very, very cloud over our heads, just kind of sunshine came through.
Speaking of sunshine, we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary. It's a completely different landscape right now. We have something happen in May in terms of the country.
Distinct different vibes actually. G13, there was a lot of optimism. Our spirits were really high, and until about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then suddenly, one by one, the results turned the other way. So it was like a big damp squib. Going on to G14, a lot of us didn't dare hope like what we hoped in G13. But yeah, the evening progressed, and hey, the results started coming in. We started being surprised, but we were still questioning, is this really happening because of our experience with G13? And there was a time when Tun M came out and declared himself the winner. Then we thought, this is really happening. So that was an amazing feeling.
How do you guys feel about going into this moment?
So less regulatory oversight for sure, but interesting times because landscape is now level playing field. BFM is not different anymore. Everybody is having the same sort of conversations that we used to have in the past. So now it's all about positioning BFM, finding our niche again, and then running with it. I think being a business station will always stay with us, but I think our strength is in content producing, conversation generators. So we will just bank on those strengths and take BFM to the next level.
I think our strength is in our people. We have a stable of really talented and creative people. For me, almost, it is a reflection of the combination of May 9th, who we are as a country in transition, still looking for who we are. And I feel a bit like BFM is sort of on the same path. And it's a mess, but it's a good mess to be in.
I think 2008 to 2018 is chapter 1. And then now we're just with our new office and new leadership and so on. We're actually starting that chapter 2, 2018 till, we'll see.
I think what makes it stand out more than anything is...
I think Malik's vision of wanting radio in Malaysia to be more than just gotcha calls and battle of the sexes.
The music and the DJs, they sound more real, they're not rushed, they're not speaking at 1,000 miles an hour.
The way we cover stories tends to be quite different. The way we look at stories, and you can tell it kind of goes beyond the facts and the figures, right? We tell human stories. And
that's BFM. It gives you the room to grow, to present your case if you have merits, and you will rise.
it's that energy you can't really find elsewhere.
What makes BFM BFM? I think it's the people. The people at BFM makes BFM BFM. You know, we're like a family. We got each other's back all the time.